Yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. We about to talk about the lightweight division. I don't know how you found this video, but somehow, some way you found this video. Help others find the content by throwing a like on the video. Takes a couple seconds, and it's greatly appreciated. Now, Ryan Garcia, he did what many people thought he was capable of doing. He pulled out. It was just announced yesterday that Ryan has some sort of hand injury, so he's unable to fight Jojo Diaz as intended. Now, they never even got a chance to officially announce this fight, and the fight is already kaput. This is an extremely bad look for Ryan Garcia, considering all things, because Ryan Garcia was a guy who, in his last fight, he was scheduled to fight Javier Fortuna. In the Fortuna fight, literally a week after the fight was announced, Ryan Garcia says he can't make that fight because he had too much mental anguish and things going on in his personal life. So to now see this and see another fight fall apart, all on behalf of Ryan's side, that's not a good look. Now, it's starting to get miserable for this new generation of fighter. Now, I really believe Devin Haney, he truly wants to fight. He wants to fight the big names. I've talked to his people. I've talked to his dad, right? I've even interviewed Devin Haney, and he's remained consistent throughout this whole process, calling out the big names, saying he wants the big names, etc. Ryan Garcia, his whole movement is kind of indicative of social media and this Gen Z and Twitch and things like that. The body shot challenge, that's all branding. I don't have, I'm from the Bay Area. You know what I mean? Bay Area hustler. I have no problem with somebody hustling the system and, branding themselves. That's what you should be doing. That's what you should be using social media for. The problem that it becomes a problem for, in the case of Ryan Garcia, is where the bark is not matching the bite. Ryan Garcia said he'll knock out Tank in 2 rounds. Just give him 2, that's all he needs. And he said he'll fight Manny Pacquiao, and he said he was going, not that he would, that he was going to fight Manny Pacquiao. Of course, none of this has happened as of me recording this video. So I just, I want to have this little heart-to-heart. We chilling. It's actually a pleasant day in California. Smash the like button. And I just want to have this heart-to-heart with the lightweight division, because I think the lightweight division currently looks suspect based on the guys not fighting like the Warriors of yesteryear. We've seen recently, even in the loss with Deontay Wilder, he was able to garner a lot of new fans and even people who had contempt for Wilder based on his heroic and valiant effort in trying to defeat Tyson Fury. The whole world could see his equilibrium was off and he was badly hurt in the fight. And somehow, some way, Wilder wore on as long as he could. And even after being badly hurt, he came back to drop Tyson Fury. To me, that's boxing. You win some, you lose some. But even in loss, guys like Sean Porter, guys like Deontay Wilder, guys like last night, Joet Gonzalez, you can lose and still gain fans. But you can also do what Ryan Garcia is doing, in my opinion, and talk. And when this stuff doesn't manifest, you're going to end up losing some of your fan base along the process. Like, when is the last time you seen somebody that had 2 to 4 pullouts in the space of one year? Like, I don't recall when this has ever happened. I can't think of a time where this has ever happened in the world of boxing. So in the short space of time for it to keep happening with Ryan Garcia, it becomes a problem, and you're gonna lose some fans along the way. And the lightweight division is just looking sad. Like, even with Teofimo, you see Teofimo, he beats Vasyl Lomachenko, who was regarded, he's a 2-time gold medalist, and you would think that Teofimo's to the moon after he defeats him. Like, okay, he just beat Lomachenko. Old media praised Lomachenko heavily and said he was the dude and the guy to beat and all that. So you would think the sky's the limit. Teofimo's career, by the time he gets in the ring, he will have been out of the ring for a year, for sure. And it's just sad. Look at how these young fighters are moving. And I call it the Gervonta syndrome. I think there's a lot of people who are really trying to keep up with Gervonta Davis, and in an effort to keep up with Gervonta Davis, they are doing things to try to get better purses or pay-per-view or more recognition, and they're not in their lane, you know. And I know pretty much for a fact that out of the group of people that I've named, Gervonta and Devin Haney make the most money. They do. They make the most money. And those are the ones that have had the less hiccups on their end in terms of progressing their career. You know what I mean? Like, Devin Haney is not saying he'll fight this person and then pulling out, things like that. So it's a lot of intrigue to see what Joseph Jojo Diaz, what he decides to do next, because him and Devin Haney had a lot of back and forth and a lot of banter and stuff like that. And now with Ryan Garcia, what is Golden Boy gonna do? You either A, postpone it and try to wait till 2022 and then hope Ryan is ready, you know? Some people said he wanted more money. Some people said he's afraid of losing. Some people even think with Ryan pulling out so much that he's on something and he needs to get it out of his system. So he doesn't want to schedule any fights. I mean, at the end of the day, people are going to say and be entitled to what they want. But I feel like it would be in poor form for Golden Boy to stagnate the career of Joseph Jojo Diaz and put him on ice waiting for Ryan Garcia. It's like holding somebody their space in the hot lunch line. You're holding their space in the line, and you're inching closer and closer to the cashier or to the line, the front of the line, so you can order, and they still haven't come back. Like, whether they're making a call in the bathroom or whatever, you can't hold their spot forever. So I'm never going to be a big fan of fighters stagnating their career and waiting around for singular fights. Like, look at Deontay Wilder. Imagine if Deontay Wilder waited and wasn't actively fighting in pursuit of Anthony Joshua, a fight that still to this day has not happened. You know what I mean? So that doesn't make sense. Where I'm sitting, doesn't make sense for fighters to wait. So we'll see how it all plays out. Ryan Garcia, we just doing a leisurely video. The lightweight division just looks a mess because we look nowhere close to getting the fights that I know the fans deserve. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, Jojo versus Ryan Garcia. It's just all a mess. Teofimo said he's sending a contract to Kambosos, and he's sending a contract to Devin Haney. Bob Arum has been on record saying we can't fight Devin Haney because he has a 30-day process of free negotiating or whatever with Eddie Hearn, and we're not waiting because Teofimo's wife is pregnant and they're expecting in November or whatever. So we need to get this show on the road. But then you look at Teo's career, he hasn't even fought. And he won't fight in October because Triller just defaulted, and then they move forth with the versus battle in another card without Teofimo Camboso, and they just lost whatever money and cut ties. And then now the second place bidder, Eddie Hearn, has picked up the tab, and they're gonna promote Teofimo versus Kambosos. So there was two people who have to default just for Teofimo's own network and promoter to get the fight, which is insane, but that's a whole nother video. So I just wanted, have this little heart-to-heart. It's been a minute since we did one of these where it's no actual report, there's no pull quotes, we just vibing, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel, let me know what you guys think. I just feel as someone who's been covering boxing for this length of time, the status of the lightweight division is pretty pathetic, to be honest. It's pretty pathetic because, again, we don't look anywhere close to getting the fights that we know the fans want, that the fans would pay for. And it's just a bunch of talk and Twitter fingers and social media that hasn't really manifested anything. Let me know how I did in this video. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you love what I'm doing, we're gonna close this year strong, 2021. Hope you guys had a good year. I got a lot of stuff on the channel, so drop your thoughts in the comment section. And I'm out.